Hey everybody, Jim and Joshua here to talk about some news that came out of the TCAs this weekend that the Atom might get his own Arrow TV series spinoff starring this guy, Brandon Routh, previously star of Superman Returns. So my question to you is, if the series happens, and I say if because they were really emphasizing it's very early days, but Brandon Routh is definitely interested in doing it. If this happens, could this sort of be his superhero redemption for Superman Returns? Kind of the way like Fantastic Four's Chris Evans found that through Captain America.
Well, I think so, because watching Brandon Routh as Ray Palmer, the Atom, he's actually not the Atom yet in Arrow,
Right.
but you see him like building the suit and everything. He's a pleasure to watch in that. He's like gets to actually like do things. Where in Superman Returns, he was almost like this like very calm, like stoic Superman. Didn't get to put a lot of personality. That's what I meant to say into the role. But this, he's like funny. He's a bit smarmy. He's like really like cocky. He's like an eccentric genius. So it's just really cool. And I think I would not mind watching him in his own TV show.
Well, first of all, I want to say I don't hate this movie, Superman Returns, the way so many other people do. And in fact, I don't think he was the problem with it. I think he was a fine Superman, and I feel like, not to derail this into talking about Superman Returns too much, but to me, he wasn't the problem with Superman Returns. He was a fine Superman, but at the end of the day, it's a demerit really in his column, if you will, because they ended up rebooting it. I think the Atom TV series. You think that it would be? Is there enough kind of there for an Atom TV series, or is it going to have to really just rely on his personality?
Well, like I said, his personality brings a lot to the role. He's definitely way more interesting than the Atom we get in like the comics. Like they're sort of taking like a new spin on him, which is really cool. Sort of the combating like CEO trying to take over Queen Industries, which is Oliver Queen's company, the Arrow's company. And so it's as far as like what kind of show it would be, like that's kind of up in the air, because right now Arrow's like the street level show that we get with like very like practical things. They take things that are surreal and turn them into, again, like more practical elements, like the canary cry. She doesn't scream really loud. She has sonic grenades that she throws. Whereas in Flash, that's like full on superpowers, with the Flash like running around using super speed, people who can like shoot fire out of their hands and turn into smoke and all that kind of stuff. So here, where we have like this, it's sort of like science meets superpowers. Again, we haven't seen the Atom do his thing yet, so I can't really speak to what kind of show it would be, but it would have to be a different kind of flavor. It couldn't be like street level, and it certainly wouldn't be like a dark show, and then also couldn't be like crazy, bright, primary colored superhero fun. So it would have to be something in the middle, maybe some sort of like weird superhero science show. That would be cool.
Okay, yeah. Now, basically, you feel like I don't want to put words in your mouth, but are you kind of saying that he has kind of already atoned himself in terms of superheroes just by virtue of showing up on Arrow as Ray Palmer? Or is there still work to be done, you think, for him to put Superman Returns behind him?
It'll take a long time for people to forget Superman Returns, but he's done some good stuff. He was in Scott Pilgrim as one of the evil exes, and I really enjoyed him in that, even though it's like a small part. So he's like slowly like trying to get there. And as far as like superheroes go, again, like the public does have like a long memory. When Ben Affleck was cast as Batman, everyone's losing their minds holding like Daredevil against him. And I think that was another case of Ben Affleck as Daredevil was not the problem with that movie. It was kind of like everything going on around him that was like a bad vehicle for him. So, Brandon Routh, he's also, because it's been a while since Superman Returns, I feel like people, while they do remember him as Superman, they're willing, if he does such a good job as the Atom, which I think he has been doing, then it is enough to pardon him from that performance, or not performance, I should say, from that movie, and give him like a second chance. So I think it would redeem him, as if he did an Atom TV show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely curious to see what they would do with an Atom TV series. I mean, especially you have Ant-Man coming up now, like how many kind of miniature superhero adventures can we actually have? But I am pulling for this guy. Again, he's actually a really nice guy in person. I've had a chance to meet him a couple of times, and I think he deserves that. He deserves the superhero breakthrough that this movie unfortunately didn't quite offer him. So we want to know what you think. Do you think the Atom TV series, if it comes together, will it be the superhero redemption for Brandon Routh after Superman Returns? Let us know in the comments. And for all things Atom, Superman, Arrow, and I guess now Brandon Routh, keep it here on IGN.